Oh, hey there, friends. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hey, friends. Hi. Hi. I'm Enviroboy. I'm playing Lego Star Wars. Again, big surprise there. Who would have thought that was what I was doing when it's like an episode labeled that it's Lego Star Wars. But what a big old surprise. Hope everyone's having a good day. We're gonna. Did we finish the Goba here? I feel like we might have finished it off. Let's know. We can just check it. Yeah, we got the Goba taken care of. Um, so we'll let Django pew pew his way through all the enemies there. Mustafar, we had done some stuff on Mustafar. We like, yeah, we're not done with Mustafar. Let's go get ourselves all done with Mustafar. I feel like we've been back and forth to that place so many times. It's alright. It's fine. It's good. It's good. It'll be great. It's good. Great. It's fine. Wonderful. Great. Fine. Hi. How are you? Hi. Sorry, I'm out of it. How many times can I say I'm out of it before it stops being a unique situation that's an actual justification for everything and just me trying to excuse the fact that I'm a scatterbrained and dysfunctional person? Somewhat genuine question. Not too genuine, but mostly because I don't know that I am comfortable with the answer. Might not be great. Buy that rumor. Gosh darn it, yes. Okay, what do we need to do? Oh, holy crap. What do we need to do? We need to do so many things. What the heck is this? My gosh. Source Paradise, Tatooine. Okay, so we're gonna have to come back to this one a lot. Wow. Okay, this one's genuinely gonna need to wait. We can't do that one right now. There's nothing there. What about trials? We got that one. Okay, yeah. So that's all that we have left then for Mustafar space. That's disturbing how much stuff there is. Okay, well, it's fine. It's cool. It's fine. Whatever. Let's go to the mining complex. Let's see what's going on down here and see if we can find the rest of the stuff for this one. We'll figure out some stuff to do so we can actually make progress. It's fine. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I ever had the Lego kit for these Jedi Starfighters. I had a Lego kit for the Episode 2 Jedi Starfighter. I never had one for the Episode 3 Starfighters though. There's part of me that wouldn't mind going back someday, like someday getting into collecting the old Lego kits and like trying to re-find all of the ones that I don't have, or rather not that I don't have. I don't have any of them anymore. I essentially like it's so, it's one of those like hindsight's 2020 situations. As a kid, I had the Lego Star Wars, like all kinds of Star Wars Lego kits and stuff like that. Lego kits in general. I loved Legos as a kid. Would always play them whenever I got the chance. Would save up money to buy Lego kits. Super into it. Loved it. Liked it. Loved it. And it was always, it was a huge hobby of mine. And so I had so many the Star Wars kits, but over the years, just me being a kid and playing with them, and this isn't the part that I regret or wish I had better like foresight or anything. I have zero regrets over enjoying the Lego kits and playing with them like I did. I wasn't concerned in those days with the collectability of them, and even nowadays I don't know that I would like it for the sake of like the value. Like I don't want mint condition stuff. I want them to play with. I want to find them again to play with. But at any rate, as pieces went missing and stuff like that, rather than trying to like keep them all together, I just kind of ended up mixing all of them. Like I would disassemble them, and after a certain point I would just mix them all in a big bag of Legos that I had to play with, which is great. As a kid, I loved it. I had so many fun different Lego pieces and unique pieces because of the Star Wars to just like build whatever I wanted, and I had great fun with that. But when you do that, the pieces like slowly disappear over the years. Get sucked up in a vacuum, fall down an air conditioning vent. So on and so forth, until it's at a point now where I'm pretty sure those bags of Lego still exist somewhere within my family. I feel like maybe my nephews had them last. I don't know, but at any rate, they're gone. they're gone, and now I'm like, oh man, I had like the original X-wing and snow speeder and or yeah, the original snow speeder and all that stuff, and like, oh man, I wish I still had those. Oh, I wish even if they were missing pieces, I could go about finding the pieces that I need. Wish I still had them. Hindsight's 2020. But anyway, appreciate the enthusiasm, but the scoundrel I'm after. You're not much use, I'm afraid. Wow, okay. Calling me useless, huh? That seems a little rude. Do we not have a scoundrel in our mix right now? We don't have a scoundrel in our mix. All right, well, we're gonna get rid of the exit Han Solo. Goofy. Hold on. You Han Solo. We need to make you a scoundrel. You rascally scoundrel. You. I just do like a regular Han Solo. What? Costume 5. Endor. Hoth Solo hood. Carbonite shirt. So for like episode, I feel like episode 4 is kind of just the most OG. Let's just go with OG. San Holo here. Alright, it's you again. No time for the isn't he helping the Republic banter today? The Separatists discovered what I've been up to, and they're not happy about it. No way. It's not safe for me anymore, so I really need to get out of here. Daddy, please help me get out of here. I know you've helped me a lot already, but just one last favor. Smuggle me out of here. I just hide me in any crevice you got, man. I'll fold myself up. Any hole, any nook or cranny, I'll go in there. I'd love to. I'll keep my fingers to myself. I promise. Yeah, I want to accept that. Thanks, friend. Your lifesaver. First things first. We gotta get to your ship with those battle droids. Catch me. Let's go. Oh, are we going full escort mission on this one? Must have far too dangerous. I get it. Oh man, we're going full escort mission on this one. That's kind of a bummer, but okay. Escort missions are not fun. There's like I agree with the generalized consensus of the world, in that of the gaming world, I should say, in that really the only escort mission that's really ever been done properly is the entirety. What? Oh, Kelly. All right, yeah, let's pew pew our way through these guys. What is your voice, man? Oh, don't die on me, please. How many of these goobers are there? And why is Jango Fett so useless? Like, they really went out of their way to make it so that your teammates in this game are not helpful. I think we're clear, guy. Let's go. They're so unhelpful. So unhelpful. Kind of miss, like, thinking about costumes and stuff. I kind of miss the aesthetic of like 80s sci-fi. You know, like watching. I was showing my partner. What, dude? No, I'm here. I'm just ahead of you. Catch up. I was showing my girlfriend. I'll go girlfriend. Sorry, that was weird. I was showing her. I got her to finally watch Alien. You know, the original one with Sigourney Weaver as the hero. And she, you know, like, so first off, here's how I know she's a keeper. Because she agrees it's a phenomenal movie. It did not take much convincing to get her to recognize the brilliance and beauty of that movie, the original one anyway. But we were like, while we were watching it, I couldn't, you know, we were noticing and loving just how like stereotypical 80s sci-fi the aesthetic of that whole movie was. And I'm gonna be honest, I kind of miss that aesthetic. Like, we have reached a point where the concept of futurism is like, and I get it, right? Because like the concept of futurism is always going to be, what's the current technology, and then what do we view as being even prettier and more streamlined than it was before, right? Like, that's what sci-fi is. It's like, or at least that's what the aesthetic is. It's like, just, you know, how do we make it look even prettier? And nowadays that aesthetic is lots of glass, lots of smooth surfaces with holographic buttons, and very smooth and sleek, you know, which is so different from the 80s aesthetic, which was very, like, you know, Windows 95, right? Very green blocky text with like lots of beige blockiness and then like padded walls. in a lot of ways. Either metal plate walls or padded walls, one or the other. Basically, just depending on how user-friendly they wanted the spaceship walls to be. Yeah, we made it. That was scary. Now for the next part. Figuring out why I've been given a Sylvester Stallone voice. My public friend said that if things ever got hairy here, like my Sylvester Stallone chest, I should flee to Tatooine. The Separatists, where it's very sandy, like, well, we're not going to talk about that one. The Separatists are still looking for me, so you'll need to smuggle me there. You ready? Okay, let's go. Han's like, what is going on here? What? Like, what is this? But yeah, like, I miss that aesthetic. Which is kind of funny because that aesthetic actually is before my time. Right? Like, I was born in early 90s. Bye, Django. I was born in the early 90s. So 80s is technically before my time. So it's maybe the phrasing isn't necessarily like miss. Saying that I miss it. But yeah, that aesthetic, that 80s aesthetic is such a good one, and it's I don't know what it is about that aesthetic, but I feel like it does a really good job of invoking a sense of nostalgia, whether or not you even were alive at that time. I don't know, and maybe it's just because of my age. Like, I'm reaching the age. I feel like I probably talked about this before, but I'm kind of reaching the age where my childhood is starting to reach like peak ripe nostalgia, right? Like, so me being born in the 90s, you know, I was in my 10s. I was in my you know, I was from 0 to 10 in the 90s, and then I was in my 10s, you know, in the 2000s, 20s, and the 2010s, and now we're in the 2020s, and I'm in my 30s. So I'm just kind of at that age where all of my childhood nostalgia is getting right, because I'm just now reaching like prime beaten down by the world age. You know, like prime, everything's horrible, I'm gonna go through existential crises, maybe spend too much money on some sort of expensive car, you know, midlife crisis range. I get it, warning, just let me fight the things. Thank you. You know, so like I'm reaching that point, and so because of that, like, nostalgia in general is like hitting me just right. So, and while I wasn't really alive for the 80s, the natural order of things, it's not like a switch flips, right? When you know, the 80s were, well, it's like we didn't hit 1990 and it's like, all right, time to throw out the entire wardrobe of everything and bring in entirely new looks, right? Like, no, it's a gradual shift. A gradual shift. So a lot of early 90s feels like late 80s and so on and so forth. And then also you see like certain trends will stick around longer than others. You know, and so that's just kind of how it goes. So you know, that's how you can end up sort of feeling that nostalgia. But the important thing is I miss that sort of approach to that sort of, like, you know, visual approach to sci-fi. I wish we could get more of that back again. Like, I don't care how not realistic it is. Like, I recognize that we're not going to go back to a, you know, control panel for a spaceship being, you know, the highest, you know, we're not going to undo the highest, most advanced tech now to make a space shuttle look like it did in the 80s, right? So obviously sci-fi is going to press forward too. So I get it and I respect it, but also I hate it. I hate it because I miss that design, I miss that look. You know, I even just like miss, it doesn't even have to necessarily be space shuttle aesthetic too, just like the way the 80s did different clothing and stuff. I mean, you know, like, look at the way the 80s did, like, costuming for, like, RoboCop or something. I'm pretty sure RoboCop was 80s, like, late 80s. No, I guess I can't say that one off the top of my head, but it's like, you know, think about how they did that, where it's like, oh yeah, they're armored, and it's just, like, pieces of plastic on top of a police jersey or whatever, and then the Robo, and then, like, to make him a robot that seemed human, they just put a robot suit over human to make him look extra huge, rather than like being able to properly use, like, you know, because they didn't have CGI really, so it was like everything had to be practical. So everything was like foam, plastic, and rubber. So the entirety of RoboCop's aesthetic is that he's just like a dude in a big giant robot armor outfit, and it's like I kind of miss that cobbled together look of sci-fi things. You know, everything is so streamlined and so pristine nowadays. And I'm like, that's like I get it, but also it's more fun if we kind of have that rugged adventurer look about it. You know, like I feel like that's kind of what it gets down to is like the more rough the costuming and the aesthetic looks, the more like, oh, we're on the new frontier it's going to look. And I think there's what am I doing? Speak to the public ship outside Tatooine. Wait, hold on. Like here? Oh yeah, it's outside here. There we go. Um we don't have that roughing it, that sort of like, oh, we're like really out where no one's been into space and stuff. Look, you know, everything is like, oh, we know exactly what we're doing, and that defeats the point of half of the space stuff out there. You'd say that's the final frontier and all of that. But I don't know. Anyway, oh, you got the Mustafarian fella smuggled aboard? I'll take him from here. Probably safest if we talk more down on the planet. Come find us some assets, but okay. Why? I don't really need to do that. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, Mossaspa. Let's go. Yeah, I'm sad that aesthetic, you know, the original Terminator aesthetic ever died out. You know, and all that kind of stuff. The original, like the aesthetic of the original Jurassic Parks and everything. It's such a good era of, like, sci-fi films, too, the 80s. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna be that guy that's just like, we've got no good, like, they're not making movies like they used to. Like, we still get good movies and stuff. But, like, the current film sphere, especially when it comes to sci-fi and fantasy and everything, is so over-dominated and oversaturated by, like, Marvel movies and stuff nowadays. I mean, we're getting a slew of Star Wars stuff, but they're, like, Disney's taken the wrong lessons from the success of Star Wars and being all like, oh, it's successful because it's Star Wars. It's like, no, it's successful because of the aesthetic that it had and the world that it had. Like, that's why people like it, is because of what it was, not like just like the name brand. And so they took the wrong lessons for that, and they keep basically trying to Marvelify everything, and like there's no practical effects, which makes Star Wars look, again, too streamlined for what Star Wars is. Star Wars, I mean, look at Tatooine around here. Like, Star Wars is messy, it's blocky, it's uncomfortable, and that's the point, because there's so many parts of the galaxy, and the parts that we paid attention to are the parts that are just like overrun with squalor, right? It's like cleaning it up is almost like setting a movie in, you know, like setting a movie, you know, in this, you know, in an African village nowadays, but then being all like, oh, but people want it to be nice and clean, and so, like, you know, trying to tell a story about an African village with, like, you know, modern day European aesthetics or something, and it's like, it doesn't fit, it just feels off. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you're right, it feels good to be out of that box. So, and being out of the terrifying palace, pretty good too. First thing I'm gonna do is unwind, catch a few rays in the Tatooine sun. Maybe, you know, maybe find you know, a call girl or two. Just go have a good night. Find like every drug I can find. And just like, I'm gonna snort everything up my nose. I'm gonna drink everything. I'm gonna inject a few things. You know how they have so many rules about what you can and can't do when you're in the Empire? It's like super strict and stuff. It's like, it's really crazy. Anyway, we've sure had some adventures, haven't we? I really can't thank you enough for all your help, but hopefully this will go part way to doing so. Stay in touch, partner. Yeah, we did it. Now our junk to clutter the Falcon with. Gosh darn right. Alright, so that... Oh, no. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. We want to go... There's an extra one. Where is he? Where is it? There he is, right there. Mustafarian. Buy that character, baby. Yeah. Alright, cool. Wait, hold on. Why are there still more? What astromech droid did I... Oh, I forgot to purchase this guy. Forgot to purchase R5-D4. Oh, poor buddy. Sitting there being all like, why doesn't he love me? Okay, I don't actually want to do this one yet. I wanted to go back and look at Mustafa here. Anything else? Okay, we got all the mining complex. It's just the space one. We can't do that until we've got Gonk Magoo taken care of. So now it's Utapau. Pau City. Okay, yeah. Let's go to Utopia. I was hoping there was a Utopia joke in there, but I can't I can't figure it out. It's probably because I'm too dumb. Because I'm too dumb. Oh, excuse me. Why didn't we get a Lego Star Wars movie? We got a Lego Batman movie. Why not a Lego Star Wars movie? Disney being prudish about that? I bet you they are. Honestly, how much do we want to bet that a Lego Star Wars movie would have a better story than any other Lego or any other Star Wars movie story that's been coming out lately? How likely do you suppose that is? I think it's probably pretty likely. And the reason that I think it's probably pretty likely is because, like, the whole point of it would be to be silly and goofy and cheesy and ridiculous. Right? Like, that would be the whole point of it. What? No, I don't want to deal with that right now. That's not... I'm not interested. I'm not interested! That's not what I'm interested in. Okay, did we... Wait, hold on. Did we take care of the... Oh, okay, well... Okay, so there's a Kyber brick thing behind me. Okay, let's go get this. I don't know if that star is, like, any value to me whatsoever. Wait, hold on, let's see. Check the ships. Capital ships? What am I missing? I'm missing the Death Star, Executor, and Venator. I already got the... Yeah, we don't need that. Hey, microships, that's back. We'll eventually be going back to the thing. Do we... Oh, wait, hold on. Is there one that I haven't purchased in here yet? Why is it showing that I have uncollected or unidentified stuff going on here? Holy wow, there's a lot of ships. Yeah, okay, yeah, we gotta buy that one. Okay, great. Okay. Alright, anyway, nothing in this space, it's just the... No, nothing there. No, what's the challenge? Oh yeah, the challenge that I probably just did one is this one? Destroy golden ships? Did we get it? Yeah, okay, we got it. Counted as getting it, so there's only 2 more. And then this one we're working on getting our Wookiee all found in every location, which we'll slowly do as we go to every planet. What's this one? The anti-trooper one. Complete every shooting gallery in the gag. Yeah, so we're working on that one. Orc patrol. I don't know if we've been doing this one, although I imagine this one's probably shows up on the maps. Although I guess the mouse droids don't really show up on the maps, do they? Finland wastes and stuff. Yeah, they don't really show up. We'll have to see what happens with those ones. But okay, at any rate, we just got to get our comet here, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah, I would watch the crap out of a Lego Star Wars movie, and like I say, I bet you it would be good because it would no longer be trying to take itself seriously. I feel like that's kind of part of the issue, is like this Disney era of Star Wars. It's like it doesn't really quite understand. It doesn't quite recognize that like half of the charm of it is like how ridiculous it is, and the fact that it kind of is aware of that. Like, it takes itself seriously, but it also doesn't. I don't know. It's somewhere between, like, it's the reality of Star Wars is that it's somewhere between Star Trek and Spaceballs, right? Like, it's not trying quite as hard. It's not trying quite as hard to be a social commentary as Star Trek is, but it does sort of like let itself care about its own story, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. I feel like I'm just kind of talking on my keister right now, but like all I know is I guess really the point here is that it feels like Disney doesn't understand the nature of the beast that they themselves purchased, and that's kind of a shame. Oh man, this is going to be a real nightmare one to figure out with all these layers. All right, do we have anything in here that we got to see? Yeah. All right, so let's go into these doors and get them taken care of. Okay, so there's something in here. I want to be Grievous. I feel like that makes sense here, right? I feel like that's thematic. Oh, we need a grenade though. Good thing we chose Grievous. Ta-da! Got him. Are you crying? Did you just go wah? Okay. Okay, buddy. Just keep it together. The voice acted laser noises. So good. So very good. Yeah, I don't know. I try to not be too heavy on the like, oh, everything today is worse, so it's they're ruining whatever the thing is that I'm complaining about. Like, I try to not fall into that mentality too hard. But it is kind of a shame to see Star Wars being mishandled. Because I had such an affection for Star Wars growing up. Like, it really was, like, genuinely, you could say, for me at least, it was a very important part of my childhood, right? Like, that's very, very reasonable to say. I think for me, it was an important part. Why are we not? Okay, yeah, this is what I need. I'm pressing the wrong button, that's why. Okay. Let me put the destination to that. I want to see what these super counters are. What are we trying to... Talking with this. Okay, I might need a laser boy here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do it this way, where we just sort of like go through the map and have it point things out to me, because like this is a very complex map, and I'm gonna have a hard time to sort of my own volition walk around. Like, I'm gonna have a hard time walking around, not getting confused about where I am. I'm already confused about where I am and where I've been. You know, I'm all kinds of Cotton-Eyed Joe about this one. Where did I come from? Where do I go? Oh, here we got one of these things. Grab that one. Nailed it. Another one. Go. Oh, is that another one? Yeah, it is. So many of them. They're so easy to find, too. I was expecting this to be a much more difficult challenge to find all of these guys. Grab. I kind of wish I could do, you know, the Switch Pro Controller thing and, like, fine-tune my aim by just, like, rotating things. I feel like that would make things go so much more smoothly. Grab that one? We can. There's one more. One more, actually. That's pretty impressive. Well, we'll find the last one sooner or later. You know what I have not been doing? This is really random. I just thought of this. Oh, we can't press back when we're on a ladder, huh? Okay. I haven't been buying my upgrades. This is absurd. Why haven't I been doing this? Scavenger. That. Yeah, we gotta spend all of our crap here. Great. Scavenger's all upgraded. Now we gotta upgrade the Scoundrel. I wonder if it actually would be... I wonder if I should do it this way and just, like, keep... Like, get everyone up by, like, 1 point and then keep doing that. So that way we can have all of our characters slowly improving. I feel like that would be a smart way to go about this. That's the smart way to do this. Oh, lordy. The lane. That one. What do we got? We can get more. A couple more dark side ones. Yeah, the dark side. Back force crush. Alright. Great. Yeah, I think that's the way to like slowly upgrade everyone, so that way we can actually have stuff be improving. Okay, if I wanted to follow, would you walk me through? Oh. Okay, there's gotta be what's the most surefire way to speed things up when all it does is slow me down. Sorry, I caught myself accidentally singing that song. Just like by saying the lyrics and stuff. I couldn't let it go, okay? I had to do it. I had no choice in the matter, okay? My hands were tied. I didn't want to. I just had to. Ah, man. You know what I do miss? You know, talking about old trends and aesthetics that I miss. You know what I miss? And this is gonna be super oddly specific. I miss 90s radio. And now I'm not saying that I miss 90s songs. I could listen to those all I want. And frankly, 90s music, while it does have an enjoyable, uh, while it is enjoyable in its own way, it's not actually my favorite genre of music or anything. The reason. Okay, wait, hold on. What if we just right on there, right in there? Nope. Ah. All right, this is gonna be a tough one to figure out. Not it's I don't miss it, like in the sense of I don't want to be sitting here re-listening to my old Hootie and the Blowfish albums, my old Blues Traveler albums. Although I suppose both of those are kind of like 90s into the 2000s, right? Early 2000s. Maybe that's more to the point, like late 90s, early 2000s. But I miss late 90s, early 2000s radio because there is such, and like this is 100% nostalgia talking here. I will 100%. Oh, wait, here we go. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. I will 100% acknowledge that my nostalgia is very much informing my feelings on this matter. Um, and I'm comfortable with that. I accept that. And this, what's that about? I don't know why this is blowing. What if I... Well, let's just go... Okay, I don't know what that wants me to do. What do you want me to do? This door is rather intriguing, don't you think? It appears as though there are pieces of it missing, but deliberately removed and hidden rather than broken. And if my theory is correct, I believe the inscription on the door will reveal where they are. If I could just decipher it, perhaps the two of us can crack it if you're not too busy. Yeah, sure, why not? We might as well do this one over any other. Splendid! I took the liberty of translating the inscription and committing it to this data log. Please peruse it and at your leisure. I look forward to any discoveries you may make. Yeah, that's what's glowing, because it's part of a quest. Rock music! Wow! The game heard us. Game heard me talking about my no, that's not at all what I wanted you to do. I want you to read this. Oh, you see Echo, Warriors, Arena, Treetop Village, Recluse Swamp, Rebels Temple, Queen Waterfall. Dance within each circle of stone to receive its blessing. Anytime. You checked at any time the missions tab of the whole projector by pressing X on the rock music mission. Oh boy. Oh boy, so that's like all over the world. We gotta do some traveling for that. So, old man puzzler has roped you into solving that ancient riddle, has he? I could just tell you the answer, you know, if you grease my treads with studs, of course. Yeah, absolutely. No, I would rather do that. So, the areas you want to visit are Echo Base, Geonosis, Ewok Village, Dagobah, Yavon 4, and Theed. I've marked them on your map. In each place you need to find a circle of stones and get some of them to dance in the middle of them. Got all that? Happy stone hunting. Alright, sweet. Yeah, let's do it. We can finish those by the end of this episode. Let's do it. But, okay, so to finish elaborating my thought here, right, I miss 90s radio. I miss, and it's not that I want to turn on the radio and listen to it. I don't care about the ads. I don't even necessarily the music. It's just those songs being on in the background of everything. Because the 90s, the late 90s and early 2000s too, like everything had modern music as background music, right? There was none of this, oh, get a star. Well, I'm not going to say none of this. There was plenty of this. Like, look at the James Bond movies and how they always did their intros, right? But it wasn't nearly the standard common thing that it is nowadays to just hire someone, to like hire some musician to write the original music, right? Like no one was hiring Post Malone to write songs for a movie. No, it was like they were just taking popular songs, paying the licensing fees, and using those for their movies. That's why you end up with like Blink 182 showing up in American Pie and all that, right? They would just take those songs and do and get the licensing and do that. So it'd be like you'd be sitting there watching a movie and suddenly there's like a musical interlude where, you know, suddenly Blues Traveler comes on while, like, you know, your character is running to chase after his love in an airport or whatever. You know, and I miss that. You know, I miss walking through the mall and hearing "One Week" by Bare Naked Ladies. Like sometimes you'll still hear that and it's fun, but it's like that used to be the only thing that you would hear everywhere, and I kind of miss that aesthetic. Because also I don't just go walking through the mall like I did in high school. Like I sometimes wonder if I'm like my generation was the last generation of high schoolers to really just like exist in the mall. I feel like at least if my nephews are any indication, more kids are just spending time online virtually rather than going out to public hangout spots. I feel like COVID kind of conditioned a whole generation to just like stay inside and do stuff via like online gaming or voice chat or FaceTime or whatever. But anyway,
Stand circle, funny circle of rocks over there, very strange. Try to move, bump tiny rock heavier than whole of Endor.
okay. Gather, what is it? Stones from. Okay, yeah, we need to mind tricks you. Influence? Oh wait, change trick. No, we just need you to dance. Do you expect me to die? No, I expect you to dance, Mr. Bond. Boopy doopy boopity boop shaboop boopity boop shaboop boopity boop boop shaboopy doop beep shaboopity boop shaboop boop boo shaboop boopity boop boopity boop doopity 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 shaboop boop boopity boop. Flop it up, flop it out, wah, flop it up, move it up, move it up, boo, wah. Okay, now the question is, will I get copyright struck because I sung it so well, or did I sing it so poorly that it will undo the copyright strike that inevitably comes with every Star Wars related thing when Star Wars music goes? I'm not trying to make a living off of these, so it doesn't make a huge difference, but I do notice which videos of mine get copyright struck, and the only ones that regularly get copyright struck are absolutely the Lego Star Wars ones because of the Star Wars music that happens in there. And I assume it's twofold. One, because it's got the most like copyright music, and also two, because Disney is so outrageously ready to like just litigate the crap out of that type of stuff. Like they love suing people. And that's so true. They just absolutely adore it. That's their bag, man. They are so into it. And it's upsetting, really. Okay, so I think it looks like we've got stuff going on over here. Nope, I'm guessing. Somewhere in here we're gonna find what we're looking for. Presumably. Oh, okay, so not this direction. It looks like there's someone to talk to. What are they showing me? You? And he strikes back. You got word that a Wampa was spotted in base. Oh, that's not. Oh, wait. Oh, no, we're still just searching. Still looking. Still just searching around here. And nothing. Great. Good, great. Great and good. Yeah, I kind of miss walking around the mall. My girlfriend and I will sometimes still like to just kind of go window shopping and walk around the mall. Just sort of like the two of us relive that. It's definitely not the same. It's really not the same as it used to be. Just because like I feel like there are less cool shops in the mall. Everything is a clothing boutique, right? Because clothing is like not that it wasn't always mostly clothing boutiques, but clothing is just something you can't really buy online. Like you can, but it's so much harder, especially if you're looking for a specific fit or you want to try it on first, right? To test the look or anything like that. So everything's clothing boutiques, and that's fun and all. But I miss the days when like so many more like unique niche shops would have like a mall front thing. Like there'd be one that's like entirely just calendars, right? Or it's like, you know, in the center you'd find Sunglass Hut, and some malls still have that, but it's not the normal thing, right? You know, or there was like shops that would be like, yes, this shop is entirely imports from like Venezuela or something so outrageously specific that like warrants a storefront roughly the size of someone's living room, but no more because it's so niche. So it's like it can survive in just a tiny storefront as long as the rent is reasonable, right? But you just don't get that anymore. It's such a bummer. I miss it. Anyway, who put that weird circle of stones over there? I did. It chipped over. The Ruffled Rebel. that sounds like a screen name if I ever heard one. Uh, yeah, I'm playing Call of Duty against the Ruffled Rebel. Ruffled Rebel, 420, 1334, 1337. Excuse me. All right. Let's go to Dagobah. And to Dagobah. And to Dagobah. Luke, use the Force and run. Go to Dagobah. Go to Dagobah. That's another one from that's another nostalgic hit from my childhood. The Star Wars gangsta rap. Uh, that's like pre-YouTube times. That was back when, like, you know, we had E-Bombs World as the source of funny Flash videos and stuff. That or DeviantArt. DeviantArt is like where it came from, and then E-Bombs World was like, so it's like E-Bombs World was the original Reddit, where it basically just takes stuff from everywhere else on the net, and then like curates it and pulls it all together. Have I seen a what? No. Stone circle. As a matter of fact, I have right over there. I know because the shape reminds me of my former master. Yeah, what is... Gosh, everything is so bad at aiming at things. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm just gonna go take care of our stone circle nonsense here. Is this our stone circle? Like our stone circle. Who am I supposed to influence? Oh, it's this guy. First off, we need to influence you. Let's get you into the stone circle. And change trick to influence you. Which sounds so sinister, actually. Like, it's like, you know, I mean, it is sinister, mind control. But, like, the whole, like, I'm going to influence you sounds so much more sinister than saying I'm going to mind control you. Because it's almost like, to say you're going to mind control someone's mind control, like, it almost, like, it gives them an out, right? Because it's all like, there's nothing I can do. You're controlling my mind. It doesn't matter what happens. But if you just say, I'm going to influence you, it's like, oh, wow, you are going to, like, discreetly alter my way of thinking so that I willfully do this thing that I wouldn't otherwise do. Right, it's like saying I'm going to control you and make you dance. It's kind of like, okay, well, I guess I'm dancing now. It's like saying I'm going to influence you to dance. It's like, I'm like, no, but I'm not, I wouldn't dance. I'm not, that's not what I do, but you're gonna make me choose to do it. Yikers. That's messed up, man. Messed up that you would gaslight me and manipulate me like that. Decidedly uncool. Of the list of all the things that's cool, that's not on it. It's uncool. But, you know. Oh my gosh, Naboo's gonna be a big beast of a place when we get to it. Whee. This quest is turning into a bit of a beast of one, but that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna get our 100%. Gosh darn it. Conflab it. It's going to happen. You can't stop me. Okay, so we need to talk right here. I'm gonna not even influence you. Going to influence you. Where's... Oh wow, we're like adding the force choke into it here. That is really disturbing. Something extra messed up about that. Suppose Anakin and Padme were ever into force choking in the bedroom. Like, just suppose that was something that she was like super into. Like, would that be allowed? But that kind of, that's something I've always actually kind of never understood about the Force. Like, you know, like, I mean, I get it. It's like, oh yeah, using, like, there's the dark side and the light side, and there's stuff that, like, the dark side, you know, like, dark side powers, like lightning and stuff like that. But, like, is that, like, is it just sort of like a magical thing that it's like, oh no, you can't do that because if you do it, makes you evil. Like, it's a measurable thing. Or is it more just like, oh, evil persons will do these types of things? Because if that's the case, then I don't know that there's any specific, like, quote-unquote power or anything that should be, you know, against the rules. It's all about how you use it, right? Like, think about it. Like, Force Lightning, everyone's all like, oh, yeah, lightning. How could zapping a person, how could using lightning against a person, how could that ever be a good thing? It's like, well, yes, if you're using it against a person, but what if I'm using my force lightning powers on, like, say, you know, a generator for a family whose home was hit by a hurricane. Suddenly it doesn't seem quite so sinister, right? Like, oh, that's a good thing. And then what about, like, good things, like, you know, force heal, like, you know, using force to heal someone or revitalize someone? Seems pretty good. But what if that person was Mussolini? That seems pretty not cash money to me. I don't know. You'll see a circle of stone. Pretty sure there's one over there. I never forget a weird rock formation. So you never forget your home planet. Zing! Got him. But not really, because every planet is really just some sort of weird rock fixture. Alright, I'm going to influence you. I'm going to choke you. Unless you do what I tell you, you're going to choke. Dance, buddy. Dance, monkey, dance! Ah, ha, ha, ha. Did the rocks fart? Why was there green gas? The old-timey effect on the desert effect, like the double sepia, it's pretty intense, man. Kind of amazing that there's even, like, discernible objects. Everything looks like it's kind of just, like, one shade. 50 shades of gray, more like 3 shades of brown, am I right? Wah, wah. I miss when 50 Shades of Grey was the most controversial thing in the world, too. Talking about all kinds of nostalgia and things that I miss right now. It's probably not healthy. I really just learned to love the things that I have available to me right now. Gosh, life was so simple when whether or not it was legitimate to like the concept of BDSM. And it was all like, is that okay or is that unhealthy? And it's like, well, there's probably a little column A, a little column B, because there's healthy ways to, you know, enjoy a hobby such as that, and there's unhealthy ways to do it. And I'm gonna refrain from making too much commentary about it because I never read the book, so I don't actually know. Lots of weird stones and structures around here, but if it circles you're after. I think the ruins over there had one. Might have been more of an oval. Well, did I ask you for an oval? I don't think I did. Alright, you need to dance. Dance. Dance, fool. Dance for my entertainment. Make the rocks fart with your dance moves. Yes, good. Good. More. Shake your booty. Alright, off we go. I'm done making this poor man dance for my objectification. Alright, we're gonna cash this one in and then we'll call it an episode. Oi. You know, once it decides it's gonna load. Once it properly loads. Oh, here you go. Hey, buddy. Talk to you. Unbelievable! You recovered all the missing stones! I dare say I was entirely right to entrust this task to you. Now we just need to figure out what to do with them. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Here, I've set this aside as the thank you for your help. Great. Yes! Oh no, you just killed the man! You didn't watch. You exhibited poor lightsaber discipline. Oh, and now you're phasing out of existence. Okay, wait, hold on. I know I said when we were done with that. Oh wait, no, if we're gonna have to, let's just do this right now. Like, oh, cause it's the rock. I don't want the rock. That's ridiculous. Oh, I see. I can I can barely see. Gotcha. It goes right there. It is gonna tell me. No, why did you do this? Okay, how could you have done this? Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Panakin Skywalker? Yeah, I know I said I was gonna be done, but I actually want to just like take care of this so that it's like good to go. Are you cheering me on over there? Like, if so, I appreciate it. It's a little strange, but I appreciate it. Grab this one. There, I guess. No. Let's. Oh, cause we. There we go. Ring-a-ling-a-ding-ding-dong. Ring-a-ling-a-ding-ding-dong. I'm gonna break all of these crystals. Priceless crystal rocks. You're gonna be rich? You think so? No, I will be rich. You will be nothing. Just Powen Puzzler. Great. Okay. With that, we can go ahead and call it an episode. Hold on. I said I was gonna do it, and then the last episode I didn't do it. Either the one I did beforehand I did it. But we're gonna call it an episode and bring ourselves back to the menu. So I'm going to say thank you so much for joining me as Ray mumbles in the background. I love and appreciate every one of you. Okay, here, words of wisdom is going to be more of a bag. Help me bring back old aesthetics, right? Just because something is old doesn't mean it's not great. I miss the old aesthetic of old school Nickelodeon where everything was a splat and bright colored. I miss old school mall, walking around the mall and hearing Counting Crows on the radio. I miss old school frosted tips, spike hair. No, that's not true. Actually, I don't miss that one. That was a good trend. That one's a good one. That trend died out. But let's keep the nostalgia going. Let's do it, baby. Let's recreate the world so that we can live in the childish wonderment that the whole world lived in like 1995. It was like maybe the most recent innocent time before everything just started a downward spiral. Or so I will pessimistically attest, as though I were some dude on the internet, which I kind of am right now. But there you go. Alright, love you. Bye.